Hey, 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 what's up, favorite entrepreneurs? I'm excited to be here. So, I've got a couple things that I want to share with you, and I hope that seeing that other people go through things too. And yes, life can be hard, right? But, the extreme things that I have gone through is like, I'm pretty sure nobody's going to relate to all of them. Okay. But maybe you'll relate to a few of them. So I hope that sharing my heart and my story is going to help you in your business because that's what I want to do, right? And sometimes it's uncomfortable for us, well, at least for me, to share like all of these things because number one, I don't want anyone to be like, oh, poor Erica, look what she's been through because it's not, oh, poor Erica. Yeah, some of the things really suck, right? That I've gone through them. I don't know another word. Sorry, not very ladylike, but that's the only word I can come up with. But listen, I learned so much along the way going through things that, if I can share them with you and they can help you, well, then let's do it. Okay. So I hope that you will say hey to me if you are watching with me. So today I want to share with you how I motivate myself. Okay. So today I taught, my course Master Surveys to Sell, and I took a few minutes to chat with the students. And I said, I want you to know something that it is not your job to motivate somebody else. Okay. So I believe that our job as a leader or a coach or a mentor is to show a strategy. Okay. Now, of course, there's some coaches where they're going to let you talk yourself through that. Okay. But I give strategy, right? Because I feel like if people could figure it out, they would have figured it out and they would have been successful. So I give a strategy and how to and a why. And then of course you tweak it. You tweak it the way you want to. Hey, Tracy. Hey, Millie. Great to see you guys. When I get down or something, or maybe I don't feel like working, there's something that I always remember, and I'm going to share that with you. Okay. So first I want to tell you something, and you might be able to relate to this better. Okay. So we have this crazy virus thingy, my Bobby, that's going around, right? So if it's hit your family, let me know below. Has it hit your family, or do you know someone it's hit, right? So if it hits your family, what happens? You're like, oh my gosh, well, I've got to stay in bed. I've got to take care of the kids. I've got to do all this and I can't work, right? Now we're talking about your business, right? Now, if you worked for somebody else, right, for an employer, and they were on a project and you had the ability now to work from home, maybe you didn't have to get your makeup on or look presentable, right? But you could still do some things from your laptop from home for the employer, would you show up? These are some questions that you have to ask yourself is if you were working for someone else, would you find a way and make a way or not? And I'm just to the point, that's just how I roll because I want to help you to see something. And that is that we show up for others, right? In business, for their business before we'll show up for ourselves. But there's something that I want you to think about when you're deciding not to show up for your business. In reality, do you know who you're actually hurting? Well, you're hurting your family and the bank account, right? But who else are you hurting? Your clients and your potential clients because they're counting on you, right? So when you make a decision, and I'm not saying like, if you've got corona and you can't work and all this stuff, like you have to be working. That's not what I'm saying. I'm just using that as an example, right? That I know a lot of people who said, oh my gosh, well, I had the virus, but I was still able to work from home, right? And then I'll hear people who are like, well, I've taken off 6 months of my business, right? So that's what I want you to think about, okay? So you would find a way and make a way to show up for someone else. Millie said she would. And I know Millie, so I know she would find a way and make a way to show up for an employer. But guys, I want you to shift your thinking and I want you to think about your clients, okay? Those are the people who you need to show up for, okay? So if you have a hard time showing up for yourself, truly, you're in business to serve others, right? Because you've got a fabulous product or service, right? Okay, so this is how I motivate myself, okay? So I motivate myself by saying, self, today you feel good. Today you are able to go online, or today you are able to type an email. Today you are able to do these things. See, that's the word able. I'm able to do them today. So if I'm able to do them today, I need to do them. Do you know why? Because I don't know if I will be able to do them tomorrow. Okay. Why? Well, tomorrow's not promised. And because my life changed like that. My life changed in an instant. Okay. So, for many years, I had gotten off doing my blessing method. I was so like wrapped up in what everyone else was saying, that you should do this, you should do this, you should do this. And I had got my whole brain all confused. I then lost my self esteem because I wasn't selling and doing all the things that I was doing, because now I'm all confused because I was being taught that you should ask people to help you in your business. You should post things and ask people, tell them you're in a challenge and that you need their help. And that went against everything that I created with my blessing method. So it was very difficult for me. And those were some hard years. I did bring in money, but it was kind of uncomfortable. Do you know what I mean? Like, it wasn't the way I wanted to run my business. Okay. So one day I was watching this TV show, and it's called Little People, Big World. Has anyone ever seen that before? Little People, Big World. I have to turn my phone down. Sorry. Okay. So Little People, Big World. And the mama said, well, guess what? My kids are going off to college. I've been the PTA mom. I've been this, I've been that. I've done everything for my family. What do I do now? I have nothing. And I was like laying in bed and I sat up. I was like, oh my gosh. That's what I've been doing. I've been filling all of my time doing this volunteer work and that volunteer work and filling all my time, right? So I would be so busy that I didn't have to do what? Work my business. I filled my kids' schedules. I filled everything. So I was too busy to work my business. And then it hit me hard and I thought, oh my gosh, well, my kid's going to grow up, right? And I just had another baby. So I guess I really should make sure that I am doing something just for me that I want to do that's going to fill my cup. So I decided, well, that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to show up differently in my business. And my husband said to me, you know what? I'm sick of you talking about all this stuff, because you actually have been saying that you're going to do things differently for quite some time, but you never do it. You blame the kids, you blame my travel schedule, you blame everything, but you never do it. And then I start crying, well, that's because it's so hard. I don't know why everybody else can do it. I can't do it, blah, 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 blah. And, he's a military man. Sorry, my phone keeps going off. Very matter of a fact. And I'm like, he's like, listen to me. What did you do in your salon that you were so successful? What was your process? He's an engineer. What was your process? How'd you get customers? How'd you do this? Well, I told him like how I, did these out of the box things. And then when somebody came in, they filled out this survey and he asked me what I did when I worked for the weight loss company, how I increased the revenue, quadrupled it in a 2-week time period across the country. Well, they filled out this questionnaire with all these questions. And then, we solved their problem. And he asked me about what I did with selling cars. And of course you can imagine it was a questionnaire, right? Survey. So this is what my husband said to me. He's like, you need to go back to what you were doing in all those successful businesses. And I don't care what all these other people are telling you to do. You know that works. So I decided that's what I was going to do. So I decided I'm going to show up differently. I'm going to go back to my blessing method. I'm going to do all this stuff. And then what happens? I get in a car accident. Get tears in my eyes thinking about it. I finally made the decision. And then I get my third, like I can't, my fingers have my arthritis. I can't even hold it up. My third traumatic brain injury. Okay. So do you see why that's significant? Because I was able to, all of those years, y'all, years prior, I was able to, and I chose not to because I was confused. Okay. And I chose not to do what I knew I should do. Right. So now I get in this car accident. I have this third traumatic brain injury. And if you've ever had one, you'll know that they delay treatment. It's a whole thing. It was months until anyone would really even listen to me. So finally, I go to speech therapy. That's where you go to help you, because now I have executive functioning disorder. I can't get started. I made the decision to get started and now I can't do it. I can't figure it out. So I laid out my steps for her and I told her, this is how I want to run my business, but I don't know how to get from point A to point B, and it's very frustrating. So she helped me and I worked and I worked and I went 3 times a week and we worked on how I was going to get things done. One day though, I pulled into it was outside of the hospital, into it's like the rehab area, and I cried. And I cried. And have you ever had one of those cries where you just can't stop crying? I'm crying like snot coming out, everything, right? And I didn't even care if anyone was looking at me, but I said to myself, why did you waste all that time? Because now you may not be able to do it. I was so mad at myself because of all the things that I could have had I just been organized, had I just followed the steps that I knew that worked, but I chose not to. So now I'm able to, right? So I make it a point every day because I'm able to. Let me put my phone down here because it's so loud. Sorry. I'm able to work, so I do. And that's what I tell a lot of people is that, guys, you've got to plan your time and, decide what you're going to do and treat it like a business. Treat it like as if you were working for someone else, because you would find a way and make a way for them. You need to find a way and make a way for yourself. But if you're able to show up and watch my video today, you are able to reach out to people, right? And find out if they're interested in your product or service. They fill out your survey, right? So now, here's something that I do want to tell you though, is that sometimes we don't know where to start. We don't know. Like I didn't know. I was all wrapped up in all this stuff, too much information in my noggin. So we have to take a pause and we have to write a list, and we have to write like a wish list. What are the things that I know that I need help with? I call these potholes. They're areas that cost you money or time, right? So if you're watching me now, just write a list. What are the areas that are tripping you up, right? So for me, that's what I did. I was like, okay, I need to know how to do these things. So I had to teach myself, or I hired someone. I hired people to sit down here next to me and show me, click here, click here, click here, click here. And of course, they talk way over my head with their tech talk. So then I simplified everything, right? But what are the areas that are bothering you right now and you feel like they're holding you back? Because if you're able to show up, I want you to let's fill these potholes in, because you don't know what's going to happen tomorrow. You really don't. Okay. So listen, when you have a business, okay, and you're an entrepreneur, you really should treat it like you have hours that you're going to work. Okay. So like I take courses, I teach courses, right? And I put the times in my Google Calendar of when I'm going to watch a video, apply the knowledge, when I'm going to show up for my clients, when I'm going to teach, right? All of that goes into my calendar, and that's my work time. So then I have a reflux today. When I go somewhere, like I went to the chiropractor today because I've lost feeling in my hands and legs. So it's very scary. Okay. So I went to the chiropractor, great guy, first time I went today. And he said, can you come back tomorrow and the next day? And I said, yes. And they said, well, what's better for you, in the afternoon or the evening? So I looked at my calendar. When am I working my business? And I said, the latest appointment you have. Can I have that, please? Okay. Sorry, you see my psoriasis? Yeah, some of you didn't know I had it. I do. It itches today. All right, so then I'm going back on Wednesday, and I have a really busy day on Wednesday with all my coaching clients and my courses and everything. So I asked again, can I have the latest time? You see, I plugged it in my calendar, and my suspicion is that if you have your business, you haven't decided when you're going to work. If you're taking a course, you haven't decided when you're going to watch it, right? You've got to show up differently because you're what, y'all? Able to. You're able to dictate, okay? So now listen, when I was taking my mom to 3 to 5 doctor's appointments a week, during the time where I had decided I was going to show up differently, guess what? I figured out how I was going to up the virtual game. I've been virtual 10 years now, might even be more than that. But I had to decide that I only had this much time to work. So if I have this much time to work and I have to reach this many people, oh my gravy, I'm going to have to do something online. And you guys would laugh, okay? So now you have so many tools. You're so lucky because I do think outside the box. So my first Facebook party, I also had a Zoom party at the exact same time. I didn't realize that Zoom was going to cut off. So imagine I have a computer here and a computer there. Boop, 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 boop the whole time. Then the Zoom one closes out on them because I hit the limit. Now I have a paid account. So now I'm on here. And then what's happening in my email? So unprofessional. You hung up on us. I can't believe you did that. Blah, 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 blah. And I was like, oh my gosh. Here I am trying so hard to show up differently. Here I am trying to make the best use of my time. But why do I share that with you guys? Because I have made so many crazy mistakes by testing out all these things before the pandemic. I mean, I've gone through a lot, right? And therefore, I'm able to what? Show you what not to do, show you the shortest way to get from point A to point B. Okay. Because I made those mistakes. I mean, come on. Can you imagine that like this with the Zoom and the Facebook? It was crazy, but I was determined that that was the allotted time I had to work and I was going to make it work. Right. And I did get a lot of sales and people joined my organization. All kinds of stuff happened. Right. But I said, I got to figure out a different way. I've got to do something else. And I kept plugging away. I didn't let it hold me down. And there's something else. I mean, you can look at me and you don't know. I mean, you can see my psoriasis. You don't know I have MS. You don't know about my lack of feeling in my hands at this very moment. You don't know the pain that I'm in every single day. Why? Because I keep the focus on you, right? I'm here. I believe I've been through all of this in business and made all these mistakes because I can show you now. And because I've got this crazy brain injuries times 3, something happened in my brain and it made me need to simplify everything. And guys, that thing that I thought was going to ruin my life, the thing that I thought was going to make it so I could never achieve the success I wanted, is actually my greatest gift. I've been able to simplify this for many of you, right? If you've taken my courses, if you know, many people reach out to me, Erica, this person's talking over my head. Can you read it and tell me what it's really saying? That's my gift. And I share this with you because I only knew it was my gift because I showed up. You, my friend, you need to show up too because you have a hidden gift in there. And it may be even the thing that you don't like, right? I bet you if you showed up consistently and you said, I wake up tomorrow, I'm able to show up. I'm going to do this. I bet you your life is going to change. And I know some of you are like, well, I can't do these TikTok dances and I can't do that. Well, I've never done any of those and I've got several successful businesses. You don't need to follow a trend to be successful. I believe that you just need to have a simple way to do business. How do you gain your leads? What do you do with them? How do you sell to them? How do you retain them? How do you gain referrals? You know, that's it. That's all you need in your business. And then fill in those little spots along the way. But it doesn't have to be complicated. So just want to tell you one more thing because I've got to take my daughter now to the walk-in place, right? So listen now. As my mom was passing away, and I don't want this to be a trigger for anyone. So if this is, you might want to leave, okay? But as my mom was passing away, and it was in the month of July, hold on. I was with her for 17 hours a day, 17 hours a day. And my phone would go off, right? Nobody knew that I was there. I did tell my coach, but I didn't tell my clients. I didn't tell anybody, right? But my phone would go off. Ding. Survey filled out. Ding. Order placed. Ding. Why? When I was not working, were people ordering and filling out my surveys? Because when I was able to, I was sending out surveys. When I was able to, I was taking care of my clients. You see, guys, when you're able to, I need a t-shirt with it, you do the work, okay? So that when you're not able to, your business will run in the background. So many of you are in that sandwich generation where you're caring for your parents and caring for your kiddos or grandchildren, right? And you're so overwhelmed that the first thing you think to do is stop your business. Don't stop your business. Why? Because if you're working for someone else, you don't know if they're going to keep you on, right? You don't know that. If you have one customer in your business, you treat them like gold. You don't know when you're going to need to pick that business up again. I believe if you just work your business very consistently, maybe you don't want to gain any new clients, right? Maybe you don't want to, but could you, send out cards and things like that to the clients that you do have? Could you maybe have people fill out some surveys for market research? Maybe you're not holding appointments right now, but you absolutely could be gathering data, because I do know this. Even if you're caring for someone else, you have downtime. If you have time to watch this video, if you have time to scroll on social media, you do have time to send these things out. I promise you. I know it's overwhelming and you just don't know where to start. I can help you with that. I can help to simplify it. Okay. But guys, I want you to know something. On July 2nd, on Saturday, is my birthday. And do you know what happened 19 years ago on my birthday? I was fired from my corporate job. I was fired because I had vertigo. I was dizzy and I couldn't come to work. They can't do that anymore. But I was fired. They didn't care that I quadrupled their revenue and all across the country in 2 weeks' time. They didn't care. You see, they needed a body in there and I couldn't be there. So that's why I'm telling you that if you have a business that you're in charge, right? It can run in the background when you're not able to. And when you are able to, you can work in little snippets of time. I promise you. Many of you are working way more hours on your business for less results. I work not as much as you think I do. I'm very strategic, but I have several businesses that are running at all times. And again, I've got psoriasis on my face. I have MS. I have 3 brain injuries. I have dyslexia. My whole body has attacked itself. I can't lift my arm up all the way. I can't move it behind my back. And I'm not complaining because I get to be here with you. I get to be home with my kids. I live debt free. But I want to tell you that you can do this, okay? You can do it. And here's Millie. She said, you can do it. You do have time. She did it when her husband was ill. That's right. You do have time. All right, Harry said, woo, you are talking to me. I'm in that sandwich generation and have stopped my business because of caring for my mother-in-law. I don't know who it is. It says Facebook user. Listen, you don't have to stop your business because you're caring for others. I promise you, you need this outlet to serve others as well. You need to fill your cup. You can find a way. You can make a way. And I earned a car and diamonds. I earned lots of stuff, okay? When I was caring for my mom. It's this arm I can't lift up all the way because I'm like, they're going to think I'm a liar. It's this one. It's like, guys, it can be done and I can help you with whatever it is that you need help with. But let's figure out where your potholes are. Wherever. Oh, it's Krista. Hey, Krista. Yay. I'm glad that it was you. I can help you and I can help all of you. And if you know someone who's stuck in that generation or who maybe I had a time in my life where I was so down, I felt like I didn't know what to do. I would literally say, here's my business card. Don't worry, I'll never sell you anything. Can you even imagine that I said that? But I was just so stuck because I'm telling you, too many people were telling me too many things to do, but nobody was telling me the how. And that's why it took me several years to figure out the how and the why and create the steps. And that's what I share with you because there's no reason for anyone to be struggling because I can tell you the how and the why. And I believe if we know the how and the why, we can do it. We can absolutely do it. And, I hope that you wrote out what you needed. What did you write out your potholes? Did you write out the areas that you need help with? I'd love to help you with that. And I know Millie's in this, and I know a lot of other people are. here's a code for you for 50% off if you want my help with the how to business boot camp. I'm going to show you how to get it done. But if you're not sure if it's for you, just message me and we can have a 15-minute chit chat and I'll talk to you about your business. So there's areas that are crucial to successful businesses, but a lot of people don't tell you those areas. And that's what I was saying. Those are what I figured out. I figured out what you need to do. Okay. I'm going to help you to stop wasting time, stop missing out on money, learn how to elevate your business by getting it done. Okay. So I can show you how you can get stuff done when you're caring for others, when you're working another job. I can show you how to do it. I've been there, done that, bought the t-shirt. Okay. So each category is going to have multiple short action-centered videos and workbooks. We're going to start in mid-July, but you have lifetime access, okay? So look, you can do this for $47. How to create and edit and elevate your Facebook personal profile, link it to your business, edit or create your business page, and edit or create your group for success. There's many things. Remember, I told you I have been virtual for 10 years, okay? There's things that you might not even know that you need. I'm going to teach you how to market your business outside of the box with proven strategies. Learn how to write and create effective scripts. Do you know that your script really shouldn't be longer than 2 to 3 sentences, and how you end your script is critical. Learn how to network online. This is that big thing, and it's not any hey girl yucky message. These are things that I found, this networking events I found 2 years ago, and it's made a huge difference. And if you're in direct sales or you're a coach, you need to be doing this, okay? I'm going to teach you, but I had to learn, what do you do before the event, after the event? How do you turn these events into leads and bookings? Also, many of you have not set up your email portal. It's so important that you have this. You need to know if you're reaching people. You've got to know this, okay? So I'm going to give you the templates. You're going to get it done. Don't join this boot camp if you just want to be a course hoarder and not do it, because that's not what I want. Of course, you can do whatever you want, but I'd really love to help you to get your cute little patootie in gear. And how to use Canva, the bootleg mama version. Okay, I hated Canva so much, you have no idea. But I figured out some things that I would have never known. I hired a graphic designer to teach me, just so you guys know, okay? How to elevate your business, okay? And you're gonna have a Facebook community for support. You're gonna have an app. You're gonna have a portal. I have Facebook community on there twice. Apparently I'm excited. And lifetime access. So you can do this for $47, okay? Or you can pay in full. And it's with my 50% off, it's like $297. But there's something I have to tell you. When you use this coupon code for the 50% off, code 50 off, okay, it will only take it off one time, okay? So if you need to make payments, it's only going to take it off one of the payments, okay? So if you think about it, if you want to get it for $297, and it's going to be over 21 short sessions. And the beauty of this is, because it'll be in your portal and your app come Christmas time, because we're going to work during the summer, come fall, right? And Christmas, and you're like, oh my gosh, what did Erica teach me for the email? Let me just open my app and go straight to that. You're going to have lifetime access to that, okay? So I will help you fill in your potholes. These behind the scene things are critical so that your business is going to run when you can't run it. Again, if you are able to show up today, okay, that is a blessing. That is a blessing. And now you're able to serve your clients. Keep the focus on your clients. That's why you're in business. FYI, if you don't have clients, you do not have a business. Okay. So keep the focus on them. If people need you to do things in your life, set the schedule. Let them know when you are available. I promise you, that is one of the big reasons why I get so much done. I love you guys. I hope that this was helpful. If it was, please comment below and let me know what resonated with you. If you know someone who's got autoimmune diseases or in the sandwich generation or is having a hard time, please invite them to my group Business Talk for Sales, or show them this YouTube video, and maybe it'll be helpful to somebody else. I hope so. All right, guys, I love you. Thank you for watching. I appreciate you. Bye.